Hi everyone, I hope you're in good spirits whenever you do see this video. I was thinking about something this week about how one is able to live a fulfilled life. What are some of the things you need to do to be able to live that life that God created you to live? And I think the first most important thing is to be able to let go of your past, because you can't move forward if you're dragging your past with you. I mean, as long as you're human, you have a past. Everybody has a past. Everybody has been through unpleasant situations, disappointments, heartbreaks, pain, the type of pain that nobody can imagine but God. And for you to be able to move forward in your life, to get to that place where you can experience the peace that you need to experience, the peace that God has in store for you, you have to leave your past behind. You have to be able to get out of that state where you're always dwelling on your past, the past pain, the past hurt, the past disappointments. And I know it's not easy. I'm not saying that it's something you can just get up and say, you know what, I'm not going to hurt anymore due to disappointments I've had, due to the pain that I have felt. It's not easy. And I'm saying this from experience, but there comes a time in life that you have to make that decision. You have to make that choice that you're not going to let your past define you. You're not going to let your past hurt you. You're not going to be living life with that burden and that baggage, because it is a burden and it is a baggage when you're living life and dragging your past along with you. And I think it's very important to realize that everything does happen for a reason, as crazy as it may sound, because when you're going through the painful situations, when you're going through the trying times, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense, and you can't fathom what good can possibly come out of the painful situation that you're dealing with. But I have decided that I'm not going to let anything I have dealt with in the past go in vain. There are always things to be learned from our past situations, circumstances, anything that has happened, especially, of course, like the painful things, because that's what I've realized can be very hard at times to let go of, so you can live a more fulfilled life. Something that I want to share with you, it's a quote by Maya Angelou that I really like, and I feel like it brings what I'm trying to convey, it brings it home. It says, "You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them." Things happen. There is nothing you can do about it. There's so many things that happen that's beyond our control. But we can choose to decide how we let those things affect us. We can choose if we're going to take the positives out of it. We can choose to move forward and not be weighed down by the negative things that happen to us. Because the reality is, whether we like it or not, as long as we're human beings living on earth, we're going to have difficult times. We're going to go through unpleasant situations. But I believe we have to purpose in our hearts that no matter what we go through, we're going to take the positive out of it. Because at the end of the day, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I know it's cliche, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You're only here by the grace of God, because there probably was a time in your life that you went through something that you thought you would never make it through, that you thought that you would never be able to overcome. But then today you're stronger. With every day that passes, you're stronger and you're being able to move forward. And I feel like that is the first thing to do in order to live that life that God has ordained for you. Because if we can't let go of the past, there is no way that we'll be able to move forward and live the life that God has ordained for you and for me. And like I said, it's easy said than done, but we have to take it one day at a time, one step at a time. And for me personally, I know that once we put God into the equation, it becomes a whole lot better and easier to go through the difficult times. The situation might not change, but God gives us that perspective that we need, and He gives us the strength that we need to push through, to see another day, to push through, to put one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. So this week, I am encouraging everybody to try not to dwell in the past. Things have happened, they've come and they're gone. And all we have is the present to make the most out of the life that God has blessed us with, so that we can be able to start our first steps into living the life that He always had in mind for us. So we can do it, but we cannot do it on our own. And as time goes on, it will get better. No matter what it is that you're dealing with, no matter what it is you're facing, as time goes on, it will get better. I promise you. I can promise you that pain will stop, but it does get better. It's not the end. The sun will shine again. So have a great week, and remember, I love you, and I'm praying for you.